welcome. This is Jen Springer, and we are going to talk about the compensation plan today for Young Living Essential Oils. And I am really excited to share this with you because this is the first piece of the compensation plan, which we call Creating a Foundation. These are the getting started ranks within Young Living, and how to do that, maximize your commission checks, how to get rolling so that you aren't missing out on money. You know, Young Living is in a huge growth phase right now, and we're seeing new markets opening up, we're seeing records broken every month, and I remember when I started back in 2001, we were growing as well, but not at the speed that we are right now. I mean, we weren't even global yet. You know, we would ship some stuff to Canada, but that was about it, and we had Australia, and that was pretty much the end of it. But now we are spanning all over the world, and with that comes growth, and of course, we've had new compensation plans. I wish that if I planned then was this plan now, because the comp plan that we have available, there is a lot of money to be made. On a plan that was much more conservative, I was able to quit my full-time job as an engineer and pursue Young Living full-time within a very short time. It was only 6 months because I was determined to make it happen. And I see, looking back throughout time, the number one thing that keeps people from achieving their goals is inaction. And I know that you're probably thinking, like, what are you talking about? You know, people talk a good game, but are you walking the walk? Are you doing the things you need to do every day to grow your business so that you can become financially secure, free, and debt-free? And those are the reasons why I decided to do a Young Living business, because I was tired of working for somebody else, having them tell me what I was worth. I wanted to have financial freedom where I would pay off all my bills. I don't have any debt. My biggest debt now is rotating, you know, what I buy on the credit card to pay it off every month. You know, I don't have any debt, and that's a very good place to be and very free. And I hope that's where you're going to be headed as well, because Young Living is the right company to partner with. We've got a fantastic comp plan. Our executives team is outstanding, willing to help, listening to what we need, and then they react and give us, you know, what they can, of course, that way. But we are in the most amazing time to witness the growth of this company, and you are part of it. So welcome. Let's get going with this video and talk about creating your foundation. So first, I'm going to give you some basic terms and definitions so that you know when you look at this plan what these things mean. So there's two types of accounts with Young Living. There's a distributor account and a customer account. A distributor account is the account that you need to have in order to get paid. It's a wholesale account, and it's also called a distributor account, wholesale account. You know, those words are pretty much interchangeable. Both distributors and customers are members, but the wholesale members are the distributors. So what you need to be a distributor is you need tax ID information, either a social security number or a federal employee identification number, FEIN, or tax ID number. A state tax ID number doesn't do it. It's got to be a federal one. So you need this information on file. The IRS requires it. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. You also need to have come into the company with a starter kit. There are 3 different ones available at this time. There's the $40 one that's just the basic literature kit. Then there's the $75 one that has the diffuser and the literature kit, and then there's the premium kit at $150 with the oils as well. I bring everybody in at the $150 premium kit because I feel like if people are going to be a distributor or they're going to have a wholesale account, they need to get started with some substance. I also encourage people at that time to replace some of the easy things out of their medicine cabinet or their home, like the toxic things that will have the most significant impact on their health. Those things for me are the toothpaste. Get that fluoride out of your mouth. It melts your brain. Just search fluoride toxicity on the internet. You will see what I'm talking about. That's one of my favorite things. Lotion, getting people to use the lotion, whether it's the lavender, the sensation, or my favorite is the Genesis lotion. I love that. I also love the Thieves Cleaner as well. get those toxic chemicals out of your bathroom. I remember before I started using Young Living, I would clean my bathroom and I would have bronchitis symptoms for a few days afterwards because my respiratory system was irritated from the chemicals. And I didn't think it was a big deal, but I realized after I got into Young Living, it was a big deal. And so the Thieves Cleaner, hands down, is another one of those big items to help people replace. Then you can go with some really simple budget-friendly things like a lip balm. Because when you put that chemical on your lips, and if you aren't using natural like what Young Living has, you're licking that, you're ingesting the chemicals, the petrochemicals that are not good for your health. And also the hand sanitizers. Young Living's hand sanitizers were like a couple dollars, $5 or whatever. That thing will last you almost a whole season. So some of these really basic things, getting people started on, and then showing them the way with the essential reward kits that are absolutely fantastic that Young Living has. You can help people get right in onto that. So it's really critical what you show people when you start, and then they will do exactly the same thing that you did. And what, if you say, I started, and that's what I did. I started out with the kit, the biggest kit I could get at the time it was the Everyday, not the Everyday, it was Essential 7, and I had some other oils that went with it, and very quickly I started replacing my personal care items, and everything I have is Young Living in my home. I just get it all from one source. So be the example so that your future distributors will also do the same. So a distributor can earn commissions as well. So for telling other people about Young Living will send a thank you check in the mail. So yay, love that. You also save 24% as a distributor, and we talked about that, which is the 24% savings is the wholesale pricing. And I'll talk about getting paid, how that all happens in just a minute. Customers pay their quote retail price, which is 24% higher than a distributor's wholesale pricing. That 24% goes on to the sponsor distributor's paycheck, goes immediately there. So if you're building your business, do not place customers underneath people in your organization, because they will get the 24%. You won't. So you always want to be the direct sponsor of a customer. But customers do not need to have their tax ID info on file. They do not need to start with a kit, but they can also not grow a business. So a customer refers somebody to Young Living is not going to send them a thank you check, not because they don't want to, because they don't have their tax ID information on file and they're not a distributor. So that's the difference between these two accounts. Now, this is a little snapshot from the internet, and you've probably been here enrolling somebody, or you were just snooping around and you were wondering what this is all about. You've got the choice between entering enroller and sponsor number. So what does that mean? So it says here, who introduced you to Young Living Oils? Sponsor ID and enroller ID. So what is the difference? When you are new building your business, you will be the enroller and the sponsor for a while. Your number will go into both of those boxes. As you start to grow, and people start to pop up saying, hey, I want to build a business, or can you come and do a home gathering for me, or can you help me do this little expo in my neighborhood this weekend, or whatever. In those situations, when you start to build a business with other people, your team members start to raise up. There are some times that you will meet individuals that you feel would be good in their group. Okay. When that happens and you're entering into the computer their information, you're bringing somebody into Young Living for somebody in your team. So you're going to enroll them, and your team member is going to be the sponsor. So if you're doing the paperwork, you're doing a home gathering for somebody, or you are doing an expo, or you meet somebody that you know is best friends with somebody else that's already in your team, and you want to put them with that person, you are the enroller. You're the one doing the enrolling. You're the one that introduced that person to Young Living. You're also doing the paperwork to get them their account set up, and you're either enrolling them through the computer or the phone. So that's why you would use enroller ID. Your name would be in there. The sponsor would be the person that you're putting them directly under, okay? So, for example, your best friend says, hey, why don't you come over next week? I've got some friends coming over, and I would love for you to talk about Young Living. to these people? And I'd say, of course, right? Who wouldn't say of course? So you have the gathering, and then 5 people want to enroll into Young Living that came from that gathering. So you would have those 5 people would be underneath your best friend, right? So that best friend would be the sponsor, but you are doing the enrolling because you're doing all the paperwork. Now, if you're having home gatherings and you're letting the person who is hosting the gathering, or whether they're doing an expo or whatever you're doing to promote your business, the way I do it is if my people are doing their own paperwork, I will tell them just to be the enrollment sponsor. But if I'm personally doing the paperwork, I'm doing all the legwork, I'm doing the shipping of product, I'm doing the handling, all that, I am the enroller. There are also bonuses, which I'm going to talk about, that are important for the enroller, and they're not the same bonuses that could be for the sponsor. And also a lot of the contests that things Young Living run as incentives are not related to who's the sponsor, but it's based on who the enroller is and the enroller points. So you don't just want to give those away, haphazardly. It's very important to keep the enroller points if you truly did the enrolling for somebody and you're putting that person under another individual as the sponsor that's within your team. So I hope that's clear, because I know there's a lot of questions about this. So I hope that helps you. Okay, let's talk about volume. Okay, there's 2 different things you need to be concerned about when you're a distributor, all the way to the rank of executive. Beyond executive, we'll talk about PGV, but for this particular group, we'll talk about PV and OGV. Personal volume is a person's personal purchases, their points for that. So it's what you did, what I did, what people underneath you, what they did. Our own orders are our PV, okay? PV is what we need to have at a certain number so that we get paid. For super, super, duper, duper, duper brand new people that only want to get the bonuses I'm going to talk about in a minute, the PV only needs to be $50. If you want to earn the full commissions that are available with Young Living to you for all the hard work you've done, you need to be on 100 PV minimum essential rewards order every month, okay? It's the overhead of your business. Some people say, well, I don't know if I can do that. Go open a kiosk in the mall. Find out how much money that costs you every month, the percentages you have to pay to the mall, the employee you may need to hire, the accountant you need to hire to do all your paperwork and handle all your inventory, all your accounts payable, all your taxes, and then not to mention what your rent is in the mall and the product that you needed to buy. You could be looking at $100,000. So I have no problems with putting in a $100 order every month, because Young Living handles the multi-millions of dollars that went into the farming and the corporate offices and the shipping and the trucks and all that stuff. They even have the accountant send in our sales tax for us to each state that we're shipping all these orders to in our organization. So I have no problems with my order that's $100. I gladly spend it. Plus I get amazing products for it, right? Okay, so the personal volume, you got that nailed. The OGV is the organization group volume. Think of that O in organization is everybody that's in that group. So imagine the O is giving everybody a big hug, and that's the entire group total volume. So if you look there on the right, you'll see the PV. Those are an example of 4 individuals. I took a snapshot of the volume, and these 4 individuals have, if you look there on the left side, the PV, the first 3 people have no PV yet of the month, because it's early in the month, and that it just says, 000. Nobody put their orders in every month, because that's usually what happens within the first week, because nobody puts their orders in until mid-month or later month. But the 4th person has already put their order in for $202.75. So pretty exciting stuff. That person they're ready to go. They're going to get their commissions, because I know that person is also on Essential Rewards. Now, OGV, that next column over, is what the total volume is for that individual. So the person on the top there, their total volume is $21,899. The person underneath that individual, their total volume is 6629. The person underneath that, their total volume is 3162, and the person under that is 3091. That's not cumulative. The cumulative part is the 2199 is the leader of that organization, and those 3 people underneath are 3 and then many others that contribute to that 21,899. That's the snapshot from the downline viewer in your back office. So if you want to poke around in there, look at it and get to know that so you understand what that all means. Okay, now there's a snapshot there below from the price guide. I know it's not super clear, but it's clear enough that I hope you can see it well. This will give you an example of not everything that you buy has PV. So literature, getting started kits, there's some oils that are not 100% PV, there's some personal care products that are not 100% PV. So always check your PV at the end of your order, whether it's a regular order or an Essential Rewards order, to make sure that it is what you need it to be in order to earn commissions or free product or qualify for some other bonuses or whatever it is. So like here, the Start Living Kit is $40 wholesale, but there is no PV. So that would not count towards, your 100 PV to get your commission checks. The Start Living with Everyday Oils is 150 PV. I'm sorry, 150 wholesale, but the PV is only 115 because it's got a lot of paperwork, and that's what people need to get started. So always look and make sure that the PV is what you need it to be so you don't miss out on something. I don't like going to my back office and seeing at the end of the month somebody that had 95 PV and they needed 100 in order to get paid. So always look to make sure your PV is right. So let's talk about legs and levels. When you go to the back office and look at your downline viewer, you will see your name as level 0 because you're the 0. You're the be-all, end-all, beginning of everything, right? The people that are directly underneath you are going to be your first level. So you are 0. You're a winner in my eyes, but you're a 0 when it comes to discerning levels, okay? So level 1 are the people that you directly sponsor. So you have a group of your friends, they come over to your house and you're having a party and you're all having a good time and you're talking about the weather and you're gossiping about what is ever going on in your local town, and then you pull out your oils, okay, like we all do, and 4 of your friends say, hey, I want those oils, and you sponsor those 4 people. Those people would be your first level, okay? Now, if your friends that came over and got your oils because they're so amazing and now they're on your first level, they decide to sponsor people, those people would be on your second level because they would be 1 down from you. So your best friend, you sponsor that person, that will be your first level. Your best friend sponsors their sister, that would be your second level. The best friend's sister sponsors somebody, that would be the 3rd level. Okay, it goes down, we call it deep. First deep, second deep, third deep, because that is going down in a line, a straight line. Legs, on the other hand, are teams. So your best friend and everybody under your best friend would be a leg. That would be a team. Your sister that you sponsored and everybody under that person would be a team. Your co-worker decides they want to do this with you in Young Living because they want to get out of that horrible corporate environment that you work in and you want to do your own thing. That would be another team. So teams are legs. Okay, levels are how far away that person is from you. Okay, hope that helps. Let's talk about some bonuses. This is my favorite bonus of all because it rewards people that are actively growing their business with a lot of cash. If you are, quote, enrolling them, remember what I said about enroller points? You want to put your name in on those people that you enroll, even though you may put them under your best friend as the sponsor. The reason is because you earn 25% on your new enrollees' first 3 months PV orders. So the first 3 months that they are in your business, you will get 25% of anything they do of their PV. Hello! Now, the only stipulation is with this, is you only need to put in a 50 PV order. And I know it's confusing because I've been telling you 100 PV, 100 PV. This is the only bonus you get if you have a 50 PV order. There are a whole bunch of other things I'm going to talk about that you need a minimum of 100 PV. But this is made for the super, super duper duper brand new person for the first couple months they're in business until they're making enough money so that they can afford the 100 PV for the full commissions of the, with the essential rewards and all that other jazz. So my opinion, I would rather you not leave any money on the table, which you could if you only had 50 PV in there. I just tell everybody, go with the 100 PV essential rewards. You will not miss out on any bonus. If you only have 50 PV, you could miss out on a lot. Trust me, you're going to see that in a minute. So say you sponsored Sally. Sally is your best friend. 200 PV order that includes a starter kit and some of the thief stuff and whatever, new vitamins, whatever. 25% of that is $50. So that's where you would get that bonus. Now, what if you had a gathering of friends over and you had 10 people that said, yeah, I'm right down with Sally. I'm going to get that starter kit because I want to get those oils, and I'm going to order some Ningxia Red, and I'm going to order this and that, and they also got 200 PV. If you had 10 people that you sponsored in a month with 200 PV, that's about 2.5 people a week, right? Or a little bit less. You would get $500 from Young Living from the fast start bonus only. Okay? So what that means below is maximum payout of $200 per enrollee for the month. So if Sally put in that order that was $2,000, you would not get that full 25% on that particular item. You wouldn't get, would it be $500? You wouldn't get that, okay? You would get only 200 of that 500, okay? I hope that makes sense. It's not per all of the enrollees you bring in, it's just per big, it's basically if people put in massive orders for their first order, they cap you out at $200 for that individual. So I hope it makes sense. Love this bonus, but there's a second part to this bonus. So your best friend Sally enrolls, and for the first 90 days that your friend Sally is enrolled in your business, you will get 10% of anybody that she enrolls herself. So you get 25% of Sally's stuff for the first 90 days, but say Sally enrolls Bill, you get 10%. It's like a little matching bonus for you for helping Sally get going. So it's a really great incentive when you start your business and people are wanting to get going. You get going right away. Help them get the money, help them become financially free, pay their bills, achieve their goal of going to Disneyland that they've never been to in their entire life. When you help people get what they want, you will get a huge thank you from Young Living because they want you to help people get their dreams and goals. Now, on top of that bonus is a $25 Start Living Fast Cash bonus is what I call it. I call it Buku Awesome Bucks. That's what I call it. So this $25 bonus is only on the premium starter kit of the everyday oils. Or, when Young Living has had other premium starter kits as well in the past. This is a off-the-top bonus alone off of that kit. So if you did 10 of these kits, right, you would get $250. So it's a lot of money. That's not including the other bonus that I just talked about. This is another bonus on top of that. So it pays to sponsor people at this particular kit. And in my opinion, this kit is so easy to sponsor people in with because it's the oils, it's the diffuser, it's got some Ningxia Red in there, it's got literature, it's got samples. It's like the best. It's amazing. So you get a huge thank you from corporate as well with sponsoring with this kit. So let's talk about the bonus stuff. Let's talk about making cash because we love cash. Cash helps us do the things that we want to do, right? It is about the money fundamentally. It's not that we're totally driven by money all the time, but when you help people get what they want, Young Living says thank you in the way of a money reward, and you can pay your bills. You can give it to charity. You can buy a car. You can go to college. You can pay for your kids' college. You can take that family vacation that you've been needing to do for 10 years. Maybe you've never went on a honeymoon and you finally want to do that with your sweetheart. That's why we do what we do. All right, so here is the creating a foundation. If you've got your pamphlet open or your cheater sheets, this is what you're going to see. So let's discern what this says. Creating a foundation is here from the distributor to executive. You'll see what the qualifications are, what you've got to do in order to achieve all of those ranks. So if you look there on the left where you see the 50 PV for qualification to be a distributor. Remember I said that the only bonus a distributor gets at 50 PV is the start living and the fast start bonus. Beyond that, you don't get paid anything. It's just those things. But I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. But if you notice through all of those different achievement levels, the PV does not change once you go to the $100. It's $100 are basically the same as points for most things. So you don't need any more PV than 100, even if you're a Royal Crown Diamond. So we're going to help you interpret what's going on here between levels and legs and all that other jazz, okay? All right, let's talk about the distributor. So we already talked about it a few times. I just want to make sure we're super clear. No commissions are paid on this. No percentages after their first 3 months. Again, why you need to get to 100 essential rewards so you do not miss out on any other things after people have been in your business for 3 months. So you get paid on the fast start and start living bonus. That's it with 50 PV. So if you're a distributor that's been around a while, you're not enrolling new people and you only put in a 50 PV order, you're not going to get paid anything. Just saying. You got to get up to 100 PV, and this is what this is here. Is $100 PV is going to make you a distributor, okay? A distributor gets paid 8% on all those people that they personally sponsor, and they get paid 5% on the people that those people sponsor. First level, 8%, second level, 5%. So remember, it's those people that go, your best friend's friend Bill, who you get paid 8% on your best friend Sally, and 5% on your best friend Sally's friend Bill, okay? And if that person sponsored somebody, that would be your third level. You wouldn't get paid on that person if you were just a distributor. You also get paid the start living, the fast start bonus as a distributor as well, just like you would no matter what rank you are in Young Living and what achievement level. Okay, let's talk about Star. Star is, again, 100 PV, but your OGV is 500. Now, OGV, if you remember, is everybody that's in your group. The total volume in your group is 500. That 500 could be your volume only. You put in a big old order, and that was just you, and you were over 500, you will be a Star. Now say that you just have a $100 order, but a couple of people that you've introduced to Young Living have enrolled, and now your total volume is over 500, you'll be a Star. So your first level, when you're a Star, you get paid 8%. It's again a reason why I do not just haphazardly build legs in Young Living with my business, because if I'm putting people under people all the time, my first level is going to be skinny. And that first level I get paid 8% on. You know, even as a larger distributor, been building since 2001 and hitting platinum, I have over 100 people on my first level. Even now, over the course of time, with people that have come on and come off and, you know, gone inactive and stuff, it's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that I've personally sponsored. And that those people on my that I personally sponsored, I'm their direct contact, their direct upline, we call it, I get paid 8% on. So going back to Sally, I get paid 8% on, my best friend. Sally's friend Bill, I get paid 5%. Now Bill talks to somebody, enrolls them in Young Living, I get paid 4% as a distributor. So as a distributor, Star. Okay, once you get to Star. As you keep growing, Young Living rewards you with more and more and more money. I guess it's just plain simple in that. You get paid the Start Living and Fast Start bonus on this one as well as you do with all ranks. Now to move to Senior Star, this is starting to go big time here. You got $2,000 of total volume, which means you and your team, your total team, is $2,000. That's pretty awesome. Big deal happening here. It's one of the first little ranks of achievement, and you are starting to jam. That's what I'd say. You're starting to jam, and it's really exciting. So you get paid 8% on the people you personally sponsor, 5% on the people that they sponsor, 4% on the people those people sponsor, and 4% on those people sponsor. Okay, so Sally, you get 8%. Bill, you get 5%. Bill's friend that he sponsored is 4%, and then Bill's friend sponsors somebody, you get paid 4%. So remember, it's all in that order. The people on your fourth level, you get paid 4%. You still get the Start Living and the Fast Start bonus as well. Remember, 25%, $25, and then the 10% for those people that get started right away for the first 90 days. Yes, so exciting. Okay, now, this is the first leadership rank in Young Living. Well, Silver is the big leap in pay and the big leap when it really comes to jumping up into the leaders. But when you're an executive, it's nothing to scoff at. I mean, an executive is poised to jump into Silver, and in my personal opinion, executive is the first leadership rank. Because you're building an organization here, you're consciously building a business. So PV is 100, just like everything else. Your total group volume, your organization group volume needs to be 4,000. Now this is where it gets different. Your legs, you need 2 legs, you need 2 teams. Sally's taken off, right, with Bill and all those people. That's 1 leg. So you need another leg, another team to be at 1,000. You've got 2 teams at 1,000. Your total group is at 4. You are now an executive. Okay? So I'm going to give you a little bit more example here in a second. So your first level, you get paid 8%. This does not change no matter what rank you are in Young Living. Your second level will be 5%. This does not change no matter where you are in Young Living. You're going to get paid on all your levels when you become an executive and above. You notice there's no more, it stops at level 5, and then beyond that there are more bonuses, which we'll talk about when we get to the next video with Silver and beyond. But you get paid 5 levels down. First level is 8%, second level is 5%, third, fourth, and fifth level are at 4%. So Sally, you get paid 8%. Bill, you get paid 5%. The people that Bill's friend Mary sponsors is 4%. Now Mary talks to somebody, John, she gets 4%, and then you would get John's friend John talked to somebody and he sponsored his friend. You get paid 4% on that person as well. So what this does is it creates a team. You're helping Sally, Sally's helping Bill, Bill's helping Mary, and Mary's helping John, and John's helping his friend. When everybody's helping everybody become successful, you get paid. That's simple. And you will be an executive. You still get the Start Living and the Fast Start bonuses as well. And you are the first level of leadership within Young Living, which includes having your own people to talk to at corporate. It's a big deal. Also, when you become executive, you get this additional pay level on your 5th level. It's very, very exciting. And you are poised for Silver. And Silver is where you really, really want to focus on. Executive is the stair step before you get to Silver. And Silver is where you see a big jump in your pay. You get a big pay raise going from executive to Silver. So you're definitely going to want to watch that training when you are done with this. All right, let's go over an example. PV is 100. That's where you need to be to make sure you're getting all the bonuses, make sure you're on Essential Rewards at 100 PV. Now you have 2 legs of at least 1,000 OGV. It should be OGV, not PV. So you get 2 legs that are at least at 1,000. So your far leg on the left is 2,500. Your far leg on the right is 1,000. So Sally's at 2,500. Your sister's at 1,000, and you got another leg that's starting to go at 400. You take 2,500, 400, and 1,000. You add them together. That makes 3,900. If you look there on the right, plus your 100, your own personal volume equals 4,000. This is where you will be an executive. Yay for you! I'm giving you a clap. So it's as simple as this. Now, one last thing I want to talk to you about here is the Rising Star Team Bonus. And this is where Young Living will share profits with you. 1% of all of your monthly commissionable sales from corporate are paid to you in this Rising Star Team Bonus. On average, I know it's $50 plus or minus 10. Okay, as Young Living has more and more profits, the more and more we will have these shares growing and stuff like that. But right now it's, $50 plus or minus 10 from what I understand. This is paid to stars, senior stars, and executives only. So if you're silver and beyond, you're not going to get paid on this, okay? If you're just a plain distributor, you're not going to get paid on this either. So you need to have your 100 PV Essential Rewards order. If you're not on Essential Rewards, you're not going to get this bonus, even if you have the structure in place, okay? So what you do, if you look there in the yellow, if you have 3 people in your group who have Essential Reward orders of their own of 100, right? Those new Essential Reward packs for $139 are the most perfect thing to get people on. They're wonderful. I love them. I do them every month myself. So they're on 100 PV Essential Rewards. Now, those people, either their own orders or them and the people that are in their group, total 300, you get 1 share. Remember I said it's about $50. For our example, we're just going to say 50 because it's going to be easier for me to give the example. So you would get another $50, plus or minus, like I said. So you do that. Now you go above and beyond that, and now you get 2 more people who are on Essential Rewards of 100 PV minimum, and their total is 500 OGV. You get 2 more shares. Okay, now you do that again, you add 2 more people who have a total group volume of 1,000, and your PV is 100, and their PV is 100 Essential Rewards as well. You will get 3 more shares. So basically you're creating these 7 groups, okay? When you create these 7 groups, just as it's outlined here, Young Living will give you 6 shares, which on average, like I said, is anywhere from $35 to $45, $50 to $55. I looked at one just recently, it was $48. So let's just say for $50 each, that's an additional $300 a month just for this. Now, why would Young Living do this? Why would they do this? Well, let me tell you, I can almost guarantee if you're doing this, you're going to be at executive or almost to executive. So you've got those 2 legs at 1,000, which you see on the right side, setting you up for that. This is also setting you up for silver. This is also setting you up for diamond. You're like, how can it be setting me up for diamond? I'm just a new distributor and there's not much volume here, only legs at 300. Well, you've got 7 people that you're starting to work with and building their groups. And that's doing this and cultivating those people and helping those people grow and show them success and show them how to do the exact same thing, and they'll show their people how to do the exact same thing. You will duplicate and duplicate and duplicate, and you will get to diamond. This is where the foundation is laid for you to get to diamond. So I hope that helps you out. I hope this was great for you. That's all I have for you folks. And if you have any questions, please contact me, leave a comment, whatever. And I hope you can share this with your teams and they get just as much benefit out of this as well. So cheers to your prosperity and good luck to you all, and see you at convention walking across the stage. Bye-bye.